Hey there. I'm so glad that you're here. I know that you're busy because you always are. And I'm so glad that you carved out 30 minutes to watch this webinar to receive 5 tools that may just shift your life. Before we dive in, I invite you to take a deep breath in and exhale. You're here, and that's already a win. Hi, I'm Heather, and I help overwhelmed women move from scattered survival mode to intentional, sacred living. I've spent 21 years as a music educator. I've raised 5 kids, navigated life as a single parent, and along the way, I discovered tools that I'm going to share with you that I use in my own daily life that have changed everything. So let me paint a picture for you and tell me if this sounds familiar. It's 3 o'clock Tuesday afternoon. Maybe you're in the fourth meeting of the day. Maybe you're carpooling kiddos from school to their next activity. Maybe you're texting somebody in work before you pick up groceries for dinner. Your mind is racing through the million things that you have going on. Maybe you're lost in your mental to-do list. Maybe you can't remember the last conversation you had where you were present instead of thinking about what's coming next. And here's the thing, someone tells you to just relax, right? Or have you tried meditation? And you just want to scream. Who has time for that right now? You feel like you need something now that works in the moment without needing to leave your desk or close your eyes for 20 minutes. So let's begin. First of all, you're not broken. You're doing the best you can with a broken nervous system, and that's not your fault. It's just stuck in overdrive. Your body and mind don't have a clue what a real emergency is versus just having an overwhelming Tuesday. It's trying to keep you safe in the way it knows how. So today I'm going to give you 5 tools. Tools that help inform your body know that you are safe. 5 science-backed, immediately actionable techniques that take less than 60 seconds each. And then the best part, you can do them without anyone knowing. You can do them at a meeting, on your desk, in your car, or even in the grocery store. These are the same tools that I use in my own daily life when I feel out of control or overwhelmed. And now that I've practiced them for several years, I will actually notice that I start just doing the techniques automatically. And then that's just a cue for me to know that, oh, hey, I need to slow down. And here's the best part. I created a way to help you remember, because if you can't remember how to do them, then that tool is not accessible to you. So I created the shift method. This is your toolkit. S is spot the spark. H is hum. I, inhale and exhale. F is your fingertips. And T is think, let them. Each one creates a specific shift in your body and brain. And we're going to go through each one by one, and we'll practice them together. Spot the spark. Let's start with your thumb. Spot your spark is about deliberately noticing one interesting thing in your environment. It could be colorful. Maybe it's intriguing simple or bold. Anything that stands out that brings a sense of curiosity. The shift is going from tunnel vision to wonder. Here's what happens when you're stressed. Your vision literally narrows. Your brain goes into threat detection mode, scanning for problems, dangers, anything that could go wrong. It's super helpful in an emergency. Not so great when you're just trying to get through your day without forgetting something important. When you deliberately shift your attention to notice something interesting, even tiny, you interrupt that pattern. You're telling your brain, hey, we're safe enough to appreciate what is here now. The science is cool. Studies show that even brief moments of awe or appreciation activate your brain's reward centers and decrease cortisol, which is your stress hormone. You're literally giving your nervous system evidence that things are okay. Here's how you do it. Right now, wherever you are, look around you. What's one thing that catches your eye in a good way? Maybe it's the light hitting your coffee cup. Maybe it's the color of your plant or flower, the grain of wood on the floor, cloud shapes in the sky. Just find one thing that gives you the tiny moment of, oh, that's nice. So for me, I happen to have a painting my daughter did years ago that always brings a smile to my eyes. It just feels so good to look at it. It's very simple, but it's beautiful. So let's try it. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to find your spark. Beautiful. See how your energy shifted just slightly? That's the power of Spot the Spark. You can use it when you notice your thoughts spiraling and things feel heavy. When you need to pull yourself out of that mental loop and back into the present moment. Your thumb is your reminder to spot the spark. Hum is the second one. Point your finger. Pointing yourself to calm. This one is one of my favorites because it sounds almost too simple to work. But trust me, humming, that's it. You just hum. You're going from fight or flight to rest and digest. Here's why this is magic. You have this incredible nerve in your body called the vagus nerve. Think of it like a superhighway running from your brain down through your chest and into your gut. It's the main communication line between your brain and your body for your parasympathetic nervous system. That's just really your calm down, you're safe, and you can rest mode. When you hum, the vibration directly stimulates that vagus nerve. You're literally sending a signal that says, hey, nervous system, we're good. It's okay. Your heart rate slows, your breathing deepens, and your body gets the memo. We're safe. So here's how to do it. Just simply close your lips, take a breath through your nose, and hum on your exhale. Any tone, any pitch. You can even hum a song or just feel the vibration in your chest and face. I invite you to do it for 3 or 5 breaths with me. No judgment how it sounds. I'm not going to hear you. And it doesn't really matter if anyone else hears you either. You can do this in your head a little bit, but that you might not quite get as many benefits. But let's try it. So breathing into your nose and hum out. Let's do it one more time. Breathe in through your nose and hum. Notice how your body feels. Does it feel just even a little bit different? Beautiful. I tend to use this when I get really busy in my head and I need to come back to the present moment. When I'm feeling nervous, in your car between appointments, whenever you feel your anxiety ramping up and you need to bring yourself back down. Beautiful. I, for inhale and exhale. This is your middle finger. And yes, if you want to, you can think of this as a subtle middle finger to stress. But really, this is about being centered. Inhale, exhale is conscious breath awareness. This shift will help you go from autopilot to the present moment. When you're stressed and scattered, running on autopilot from one thing to the next, your breathing becomes shallow and rapid up in your chest area. This actually triggers more stress hormones because your body interprets it as, oh, we must be running away from something. Just by noticing your breath, not forcing it to change, just observing, you start to interrupt that cycle. You bring yourself into the present moment because you can only breathe right now, not in the past, and certainly not in the future, right now. The science behind this is that slow, conscious breathing balances your oxygen and CO2 levels and signals safety to the brain. It's one of the fastest ways to shift your state. And here's how to do it. You're going to place your attention on the sensation of breathing. Notice the coolness of the air coming in through your nose and the warmth of the air going out. Or you can notice your belly rising and falling like a gentle wave. If you want to add structure, you could try breathing in for 3 counts, out, holding for 3 counts, and then out for 6. That longer exhale is important. It is the key to activating calm. So let's practice this together. I invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable to you. And for just about 30 seconds, we're going to notice our breathing. The cool air in and out. So breathe along with me. Breathing in through your nose. And then exhale. Breathe in through your nose. And exhale. Again, in through your nose. And out. Inviting you to soften anything that might feel tense as you exhale. Breathing in and out. And just one more. Breathe in and out. Beautiful. You just gave your nervous system a reset, and that could be your anchor. You can use this anytime, anywhere. Before hitting send on that email, when you wake up in the middle of the night, when you're standing at the fridge trying to remember why on earth you walked into the kitchen in the first place. Middle finger, you're centered right here, right now. Fingertips, your ring finger. This is about touching into reality literally. Fingertips is all about tactile grounding. And the shift is going from your mind and into feeling in your body. When you're anxious and scattered, you're in your head. You're lost in a mental loop of worry, what ifs, replaying conversations, planning ahead, forgetting what you're just doing. You're disconnected from your body, running on pure adrenaline. Your fingertips have more nerve endings than almost any other part of your body. And when you engage them intentionally, you're bringing yourself back into physical reality. You're grounding. Touch activates a different part of your brain than worry. It's a pattern interrupt. When you engage them, it's also a subtle form of bilateral stimulation, which research shows can be calming. So here's how you do it. You're going to rub your thumb and pointer finger together. See, there we go. Now you can see better. Slowly, really feel the texture, the temperature, the friction. Or you can touch each fingertip with your thumb in sequence. Pointer, middle, ring, pinky. The key really is to pay attention to the sensation, not just going through the motions, but actually feeling it. So let's try it right now. Join with me. Let's rub your fingertips together. Let's start with rubbing your thumb with your first finger and pointer. And now to your middle finger. Just I like to use circular motions. And then your ring finger and your pinky. Now, notice how you feel. Do you feel more present, more grounded? Beautiful. This is another beautiful trick you can use anywhere. And nobody can tell you're doing it. On a phone call, waiting in line, when you're spiraling in your head and need to come back down to earth, when you've forgotten what you're supposed to be doing in the first place, because your mind is 3 steps ahead. Ring finger. I'm touching reality. I'm grounded. T. Think. Let them. This is your pinky finger. This is where we make pinky promises to ourselves. I'm letting go. Let them is a mindset shift, and it might be the most powerful one of all. The shift is going from controlling to releasing. Here's the truth. So much of our stress, especially as women who are carrying everything, doesn't come from what's actually happening. It's coming from our mental wrestling match with what other people are saying, thinking, or choosing. Why did they say that? They should have done it this way. They need to understand. Why don't they just listen? Sound familiar? Your brain is using massive amounts of energy, mental, emotional, physical, trying to control things that you cannot control. Other people's choices, other people's opinions, other people's reactions, whether your teenager cleans their room, whether your partner does it the right way, whether your coworker follows through. And it's exhausting. It spikes your cortisol. It keeps you stuck. It steals your presence from things that actually matter. Let them is about releasing that grip. Let them think what they're going to think. Let them make their choice. Let them have their opinion. Let them be wrong. This is not giving up. This is not rolling over. This is not saying you don't care or that boundaries don't matter. This is returning power to yourself, because when you stop trying to control them, you free up all that energy to focus on what you can control. Your response, your boundaries, your choices, your peace, your presence. The science. When you let go of that mental struggle, your nervous system calms, your cortisol drops, you free up cognitive bandwidth, and you literally give your brain permission to relax and be here now. How to do this? When you notice yourself in a mental loop about someone else's behavior, caught in that they should or why won't they spiral, pause, take a breath, and say to yourself, let them. Just those two words. Let them. And then redirect. What can I do? What do I need? What's my choice? So let's try this. Think of a situation that's been stressing you out that involves another person. Maybe it's your kid, your partner, a coworker, family member, someone on social media. Got it? Now, internally say, let them. Notice what shifts. Maybe it's subtle. Now, I want you to also think, what can I do? What can I control? Did you feel space open up? Beautiful. This is great to use with relationship stress, work frustration, family dynamics, social media spirals, anytime you're mentally arguing with someone who isn't even in the room. Anytime you're trying to control the uncontrollable. Think pinky finger. Pinky promise. Let them. Their choices, my peace. So, here are the 5 techniques. You now have an entire stress-busting toolkit at your fingertips. Thumb for spot the spark, pointer, hum, middle finger, inhale, exhale, fingertips, your ring finger, and pinky, let them. When you feel overwhelmed, scattered, and you're feeling like you're on autopilot, forgetting what matters, touch your fingers and remember, your shift is always within you. Here's how to use this. Start with just one. Pick one technique that really resonates with you and practice it this week until it becomes automatic. Then add another. You're not trying to master all 5 tomorrow. You're building new neural pathways, creating new options for your nervous system. Think of these as small deposits in your Calm account. Every time you use one, you're training your nervous system that you have choices, that you can shift, that you don't have to stay stuck in scattered survival mode. And here's the thing, stress isn't the enemy. It's information. It's just your body trying to protect you. These tools don't make stress disappear. They help you respond differently. They help you to be present instead of on autopilot. They give you agency and autonomy. You're not broken. You're not failing. You are not too much or not enough. Your nervous system is just doing exactly as it was designed to. Now you're just giving it new options. So, to recap, you now have the shift method, 5 pocket-sized science-backed tools. Spot the spark, hum, inhale and exhale, fingertips, thud them. And then you also have a downloadable workbook that goes with this webinar. Print it, save it to your phone, refer back to it. Share it with someone who needs it. If you're watching this and thinking, yes, I need more of this, I'm ready to move from scattered survival to sacred intentional living, I have something for you. This webinar gives you an emergency toolkit, 60-second resets. But here's what I know. Real transformation doesn't happen in crisis moments. It happens at the ends of your day. How you start your morning sets the tone for everything, and how you end your evening determines the quality of rest that you receive. Right now, you're probably waking up already behind, grabbing your phone before your feet hit the floor, racing through your morning on autopilot. Am I right? You're collapsing into bed, mind's still racing, wondering where the day went. What if, instead, you had simple sacred rituals that anchored your nervous system morning and night? That's exactly why I created my Transform Your Day 11-day mini course. Over 11 days, we build morning and evening rituals together, step by step, practice by practice. Not complicated routines that take an hour. Simple, doable practices that work with your real life. You'll learn how to create a morning ritual that grounds you before the chaos starts. Evening practices that signal to your nervous system, we're safe, we can rest. How to bookend your day with intention instead of overwhelm. And then the nervous system science behind why rituals actually work. By the end of our 11 days, you'll have a sustainable rhythmic pattern that transforms your days from scattered to sacred. This course is perfect if you're thinking, I love the shift tools, but I need more structure. I need support actually building this into my life. And if you want to go even deeper, if you're ready for personalized support in creating your complete operating system for sacred living, I'd love to talk with you about coaching. You can reach out to me at heather@beinganew.com for this. February 22nd of 2026, we're going to be starting our first group cohort, which I am extremely excited about. So, I thank you for being here. Thank you for investing in yourself. Thank you for choosing you. You now have a toolkit that goes wherever you go. Use it, practice it, come back to it when you forget. Because you will forget. We all do. That's just part of being human. Remember, small shifts equal a big impact. One step at a time. And the next time you're standing at that fridge, wondering why you walked into the kitchen in the first place, or realize you've holding your breath for the last few minutes, forgot to pick up your kid, you now have these tools. You have options. Thank you so much. Take good care.